Hey, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome in. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep y'all waiting that long. Um, Welcome in, Tamara. Ooh, Mama Mia, Helen, Sharon, Jackie, Abdi. Thank you, Jackie, for the 350 jewels. Phoenix, Shay, Chantrell, welcome in. Yvette, Keisha, Miss K22, Julia, Letitia. Pinkface bad as fuck. Always a pleasure to have you here. Blanco told you, welcome in. Thank you for the 200 jewels, Blanco. Lisa, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. So today we got uh Pinkface's birthday party slash Blueface not being there for it. Chrisean Jr.'s birthday plans that don't exist for real. And we're gonna talk about Neveah's labor situation or her trip to the hospital, I guess we'll say. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry, y'all. I'm reading y'all comments. Let's go ahead and get started though. So the Shade Room teens, for whatever reason, they posted Journey's birthday. Uh, they did a birthday post for Journey. I don't. Journey isn't a teenager, and I don't know. For me, it's just I don't the whole like young kids being on the internet and like going viral on the internet and blog pages posting them and stuff like that. I don't really like that. But that's just me. We know Pinkface has her own TikTok account, the booking email in it. She got the Instagram with the booking info in it. Six out plugged in the bio. So that's Journey's a content child. But I don't know, it's just weird to me. But the comments is why we're here for real. Hold on. Not that. Hold on. It's all the happy birthday badass. She only 4 with that mouth. Somebody said not telling grown ass happy birthday. um the fact that this is adults in the comments talking like this about a 4-year-old on her birthday is wild to me. But this is once again, this is what, Blueface and Carlissa and Jaden, obviously, because that's her mom too. Um, this is what they've set up for Pinkface. This is crazy. Somebody said, she the first Leo I don't like. Bragging about how much y'all don't like a little child toddler instead of the adults in her life is so weird. And that's true. That's true. These comments are in shambles. They are. Let me keep it rolling. Somebody said happy birthday, badass little nigga. Yeah. Her daddy on stream ignoring all the comments, acting like he can't see the real $1 billion. There is not $1 billion in the circus. Nobody in the circus has $1 billion child. Um, Comments are killing me. You will see one happy birthday in the middle of 20. She ain't getting no happy birthday from me comments. And it's wild. I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but the comments on this post were absolutely insane. This is a very mature comment. Somebody said, "Happy birthday, Pinkface. Wish you all the happiness and success that's coming your way. You only 4. You already full of hater." I'm guessing she was supposed to say you already have a lot of haters. That's a blessing, baby girl. You famous. I should have read the whole comment before I said this was a nice comment because why it's not a blessing for grown adults to be comfortable talking about a 4-year-old like this, saying fuck her birthday, she ain't get no happy birthday from me, blah blah blah. This is not normal and it's not a blessing. Like one day Journey is gonna have to look back at shit like this and she's gonna be like, why did my parents have me on the internet like this? And why were these grown-ups talking about me like this? Like, this isn't a blessing. I'm not gonna lie, like some of the comments are a little outrageous, but what can you at this point, it's like if a child has a parent in the circus, they become a joke too, and that's sad. That's sad. At this point, the only child in the circus we don't see getting exploited is Javon. Every once in a while, they put the camera up in his face, right? But everybody else, Journey, Junior, Superior, what is Neveah's baby's name gonna be? I'm so confused. Is it Solar or is it Junior too? I don't like I don't know what her child's name is gonna be, but when he gets here, hopefully Neveah keeps him off the internet. I would hope that she would, especially, seeing how they do her and Superior already. I would hope that she would keep this baby off the internet. But the circus, the ways of the circus, she probably won't. But they'll have something crazy to say about Solar too. It's like the only one that's not getting exploited is Javon. But um somebody said, well, hopefully she gets better guidance this year. Hopefully so. Oh, it's badass birthday. Oh Lord. Send her badass to boot camp. She don't deserve a birthday post. This is what grown adults are saying about a 4-year-old little girl. She don't deserve a birthday post. I'm not wishing her no happy birthday. Oh, it's her birthday. Mace the cupcakes. Do y'all remember when we first started seeing Journey cussing for real, and people were saying hashtag Mace it, Mace her, blah blah blah. This is a 4-year-old little girl. And y'all talking about Mace it. Mace the cupcakes is crazy. She was 3 acting like that. Sure was. Sponsored by Carlissa and Jaden. Yep. A little bit of Blueface too. Time to start getting, well, I'll say a lot of bit of Blueface too. Even in the short time that he spent with her since he's been out of jail, him too. Happy birthday, Pinkface. Don't cuss us out. Azalea Banks in the making. That's big. That's crazy. Wait, she was 3 this whole time? Nope, she already canceled at a young age for that attitude. She ain't the birthday. How you gonna cancel a 4-year-old? Cancel the parents. That's what y'all need to do. Cancel the parents. Don't cancel Journey. Cancel the parents. Mind you, y'all grown as hell in these comments talking about y'all don't like a toddler, forget a child. Facts. We know Pinkface is bad, but like the shit in these comments, she don't deserve a birthday. What? Hmm. Let me see what Pinkface bad as fuck talking about actually. I said send her to Joe Jackson. Lord have mercy. Let's move on from Journey's Instagram comments. Happy birthday though, Journey. Happy late birthday. Pinkface, whatever you're going by today. Happy birthday, girl. I know you're not gonna hear this, but happy birthday. Let's get into her little celebration though. Carlissa pulled up, Papa Blue. Um, it looked like Carlissa's niece was there too. Sam, of course.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Journey. Happy birthday to you. Keep going.
So y'all see everybody pulled up except for Blueface, of course. And let me say this, I know I be giving Jaden a lot of shit or whatever, but the whole thing about Blueface not seeing his children right now is wild to me. I don't, if you don't want to be around Jaden, cool, but at least go see your kids. You know, it. I don't. I don't know. I get it. Like Jaden slept with Bravo or whatever, right? But what has Blueface? Who has Blueface not slept with at this point? Like for you to be so mad at Jaden for hunching your road manager, your homeboy, whatever, right? For you to be so mad at her that you don't even go see your kids. And I know Blueface and Blueface fans, they're like, "Oh, well, she doesn't want him to take the kids. I wouldn't want him to take my kids nowhere either. Y'all are gonna be right in front of me. I'm gonna see everything that's going on. You're not taking them to that house, nothing like that. I wouldn't want my kids to go with Blueface either. So go over the house and see your kids. That's crazy to me. But let's get into what Jaden had to say about uh Journey's birthday.
Pretty fair. And actually, nobody said motherfuckers couldn't go to the birthday dinner. But also, motherfuckers didn't reach out and wish their daughter a happy birthday. The chat made you say it, actually.
Be honest, do the kids notice his absence? How do you create a positive environment for both your kids with not worth the name's chaotic life?
I'm sure they notice it, but it's never like it doesn't impede of what we got going on. Like we still had a great day. We'll still have a great day anytime. We're gonna have a great party. Really doesn't even matter. You know, I'm gonna always go out my way, so it's like they're still not missing nothing. So.
Say happy birthday today. I'm a big Jai fan.
Did he call her? No. He didn't call her. He didn't call the mom, the dad. He didn't even try. So that's sad for Journey. Doesn't bother me at all. I mean, you kind of just proved me right. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, there was no call, no post, just a little measly shout out on Twitch. All you're doing is disappointing. I don't think anyone's mad. I think you're just a fucking disappointment to the kids. I mean, to me, it's neither here or there. You are disappointing them. And if you feel like you can sleep at night with that, do your biggest one. I will just choose to not have them around you then.
So y'all hear Jaden, she's talking about how Blueface didn't call Journey and he didn't call her or Carlissa or his dad or anything else and try to relay a message. And he did just say it on stream. Hold on, let's watch it real quick.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Pinkface. I said that earlier. Happy birthday to my freaking baby girl.
Let's rewatch it in case, I'm what, like a day or so late. In case y'all haven't heard how sorry this happy birthday Pinkface was, let's hear it again.
Face, yeah. Happy birthday to Pinkface. I said that earlier. Happy birthday to my freaking baby girl.
Like this is pathetic. And it's been over a month now since the Blueface got the Jaden tapes and everything else, and they still have not figured this out and come to a resolution to, see how he can still be in his kids' lives. But at the same time, I forgot to take a screenshot of this, but I posted on Twitter earlier that I feel like Jaden knows about the accusations against Blueface. Hold on, y'all. I feel like Jaden knows about the accusations against Blueface because it's like she's just ignoring him. Like, how have you not seen him at this point? If Carlissa has seen him, I know she's talked to you about him. if Blue has seen him, like, you know, Jaden isn't like, well, as far as we know, Jaden isn't in contact with Blueface right now, right? But she's still in contact with Carlissa. And like all that talking Dre is doing about how bad Carlissa is and how she also is a PDF and all that, there's no way she don't see that. There's no way Carlissa ain't said something to Jaden about it. Like there's just a lot going on, and Jaden is acting like she don't, like none of it is going on. And that's weird to me. Because if I was beefing with my baby daddy and then it came out like a whole bunch of accusations started flying about him and his mom, my kids will be nowhere around them. But Jaden is saying that, like, in that last clip that I played of her, right? She's saying that the only reason, basically, that she don't want the kids to be around Blueface is because he didn't say happy birthday on Journey's birthday. And that's it, really. Because even like her birthday party, she said he couldn't come unless he didn't pay the other half of the cost of the birthday party. So that's the only, like, he's not allowed to come to his kid's birthday party unless he pays you half of the money. If he don't pay his half, then, you know, you got to see the armed guards. It's just there's some weird shit going on between Jaden and Blue, and I don't know what it is, but everything's not adding up. It's like she's still protecting him low key while she's acting like she's moving on from him and blah blah blah. Or maybe she's just using these excuses, which would still be protecting him, right? Like if she's seen the allegations, whatever, if she's seen them, but yet she's making the excuse, oh well, he didn't pay for the birthday party, so he can't come to the birthday party. And then, oh, I'm just gonna keep you away from them because you didn't say happy birthday, basically, right? Like he's not showing up for them in those important moments. You're just gonna keep him away. It's maybe that's her excuse as to why she's keeping him away, but she has heard the allegations. I don't know, but something is wrong. I don't get it. You know? I don't know what, cuz it's not like Blueface didn't already know that she was laying down with other people. I had to clean up my language. But it's not like he didn't know that she was laying down with other people cuz he's the one that told us about the security guard. So I don't know, you know. We'll keep, I guess, paying attention to it though. But no, all in all, right? It's sad that he couldn't at least just call and talk to his child on her birthday. Even if he cannot physically be around her, he at least could have called his child on her birthday, and he didn't do that. And this sorry shit that he did on stream, hold on, let's watch it again.
Face, yeah. Happy birthday to Pinkface. I said that earlier. Happy birthday to my freaking baby girl.
Like that's all she gets. That's sad. And as much shit as Blueface has going on, this might be Journey's last birthday that he's here for. And all she, like, you can go see her or nothing. Just a sorry little shout out on his stream, like she's like his business partner or something. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh yeah, and then Blueface talks about why he gives a sorry ass excuse too about why he doesn't go and see Javon and Journey. Let's see that.
Couldn't nobody keep you from your kids? The mom can, shit. That's a fucking lie. You must be a girl. It's different when you're a dad. Shit. Motherfucking mama can keep you from the motherfucking kids all the fuck she want to. So I don't know what the fuck you heard about. You know what's crazy? It's like some of y'all be naive with this shit. Some of y'all be hella biased. One week is, why do you always have to go over there and stay the night for the kids? Why can't you take them by yourself? Now I'm asking to take them by myself, and now y'all want me to go motherfucking go over there. Like, make up your fucking mind, chat. Make up your fucking mind. Why? Why now though? I already said why now though. God damn. Listen, chat. It's 101 Dalmatians. Alright? I'm not a regular nigga. I can't do what regular niggas do. Once I see a female has males like at their place, I'm not gonna be at your place. We're gonna get a hotel, you know? It's a method to how I move with the bitches. That's why I've been lasting this long. Like, chat, I don't go to girls' houses. Like,
Sorry, y'all. I'm reading y'all comments. um. So yeah, that was Blueface with his excuses about why he can't go see his kids. And it is just all that. It's excuses, you know. If he really wanted to go see Javon and Journey, he would have went to go see Javon and Journey by now. Since the last time he's seen his kids, didn't he go on an outing with Chrisean in LA? Spent several days with her in Miami. And wasn't there another time that he's seen her too since he's seen his kids? Like, if you'll link up with Chrisean before you link up with your own kids, something is wrong. Something is extremely wrong. I don't. There's no way that his feelings are that hurt about Jaden. And I won't even say his feelings actually, because I don't think Blueface's feelings are actually hurt. I think his ego and his pride are hurt. And that's different from your feelings being hurt. Blueface is like he knows how big of a hold he had on Jaden, right? And he wanted to believe that she was like the one person that really wouldn't do anything crazy behind his back. Just because he thought he had that hold over her. It wasn't like love or trust or anything like that, because it's never been just Jaden for Blueface. Blueface has been cheating on Jaden the whole time he's been with her. Even when they would break up, Jaden would become the side piece to Blueface. And I know there's probably some delusional Jaden fans in the chat that are saying, "Oh, that was her baby daddy. He never left her, blah, blah, blah." This man was in other relationships. He was claiming to be in other relationships. Just like it was never just Chrisean. It was never just Jaden either. So he's been doing that the whole time, and Jaden just been sitting around waiting on him. Had Journey thinking that would pull him in closer, all that, right? And he never thought that she would do that to him. And it's a pride thing, but his pride is that hurt that he won't go see his own kids. Even when Jaden went to Vegas 2 weekends in a row, he could have pulled up at his mom's house and went to see his kids, and he didn't do that. Jaden wouldn't even been there. You wouldn't have even had to see Jaden. Like, A storm shelter is crazy. Let me get out the chat. Y'all got it for a little bit. Not a storm shelter. Let's move into Chrisean. So Chrisean, she I can't get too distracted, y'all. We can't be on we can't be on here forever tonight. Um how many women he needs before he can just one or two. He wanted to be Hugh Hefner so bad. Blueface don't want a woman. Blueface don't want a woman for real. That's why he can't just have one single woman. And there's a lot of men that I see like in comments when people say stuff like that, like when you constantly, mind you, Blue is about to be 30 years old in what, January? It, like it's been time. It's been time. Even if Blue was still going to be a cheater, because there's men that are in their 50s that are still cheating, but they at least have one woman that they can just, you know, that's their number one for real. She gets treated better than anybody else. That's the one he lives with. That's, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some of the worst of cheaters. They always have one that they put on a pedestal. Like the only thing he does wrong to her is the fact that he cheats. And I'm not like saying like cheating is a lesser offense or anything like that. But when a man is actually straight, that's usually what it looks like. Blueface, he don't put nobody on a pedestal. It's all these women, he's just having sex with them just to be having sex with him. Blueface wants himself a man. Like he wants a man. It was never going to be Jaden. If Jaden has been down with him since they were in high school, and there's never even been like a period of maybe like, let's say just like 6 months where he didn't fuck with anybody else besides her, it was never going to be her. It's never going to be her. If they reconciled right now, right? And she forgave him and he forgave her for hurting his pride, whatever the case may be, right? It would go right back to normal. Nothing would change. He'd be laid up with her for a couple days, whatever, out on family outings, doing all the extras, right? And then he'll be right back at the house with somebody else. And then whoever it is that he's living with at his house, because he can never live by himself, he needs himself a maid, a cook, all that, because he's a child. He can't just live by himself. A woman has to be living in the house with him so they can just do all his chores and take care of him, basically. That's it. That's the only reason women ever live in Blueface's house. Because it's not like he enjoys living with them for real, because if he did, he would be at home with them. No, when Blueface has to go lay down, go to sleep for a little bit, take a shower, whatever the case may be, right? He goes home and he does that. He gets his nut off with whatever woman is living in the house with him, and then he's right back out in the streets. That's his whole life. And it will be the same thing with Jaden all over again, because Jaden, since she doesn't live with him now, right? It's Neveah that lives with him. They forgive each other, whatever the case may be, right? He's still going to go right back over to Jaden, spend a couple days with her, then run back over to Neveah, if she's still in the house when they eventually reconcile, right? And then he's still going to be out in the streets having sex with whoever else. It's never going to be any of these women. I know Chrisean, for the longest, Chrisean thought it was going to be her. It's never going to be her either. That man don't love Chrisean either. Chrisean's fans are convinced that Blueface is in love with her. And Chrisean is the love of Blueface's life. If Blueface don't even love his own children, or at least he acts like he doesn't love his own children, how are you gonna how how are you gonna love Chrisean? Her Pinkface, bad as fuck, go again. Blueface need to go to Love Island and find that man. And that's facts. Blue just need to come out. He already soft launched it so many times. Neveah's mom is in her ear telling her to put up with it, as is her dad. See, but that's why I think something else is going on. Because who, as a parent, right? And my kids, of course, aren't grown, but I couldn't imagine like seeing my child living in a house with their significant other, right? And watching them go through bullshit day in and day out. And then like you got the enhancements of being pregnant too. And my other grandchild is in the house watching all this, and I tell you to just stay there and put up with it. Cuz a lot of people think, for some reason, people keep talking about how Neveah is like trying to come up and get rich, but get rich from what? Because Blueface don't have no money. Blueface don't have no money. And never will again. If you're 20 million in debt, everything you make for the rest of your life is to go to somebody else. And he might, he showed his Twitch earnings or whatever, about how he makes over 100,000 a month from Twitch or Kick, whatever he's on, right? But you still have bills to pay. You still have shit to pay for. And your card is still declining when you go out to eat and shit. So what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see, none of these people are living lavish. Blue is not living a lavish lifestyle. So all this money that he's making off of Twitch, what is it going to? Because it's not like Neveah has like some big, beautiful nursery set up or something like that. What is all this money going to? And didn't he say he was getting a new house? Why is he still in this one that's in foreclosure? There's a lot of questions that I have, but I just don't, something's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? Low bar, and that, but that's what I mean though. Like, even if Neveah just had a low bar for herself, most people's parents, especially their dad, they're never just going to sit up and tell you to just like keep going, keep putting up with this. I don't get it. But I don't think, how long, I think it was like another 2 weeks or something until she's supposed to have the baby. We'll see what happens after that. Because a lot of people, they say, once she has the baby, like Blueface is gonna start doing her even worse, and that may be true. But I think once Neveah has the baby, I think it's gonna be her turn, because people have been doing a lot of talking, like Jaden and Big Samuel over there, Carlissa, Chrisean. People have been doing a lot of talking. Y'all on the internet have been doing a lot of talking, all that, and I don't know. It's just, we've never seen any of these girls besides, I wouldn't even say Chrisean got this much hate. Even for Junior, because Chrisean still has not only like her own small fan base, her own small delusional ass fan base, right? She still has just like random people that aren't fans of her, but at the same time, they don't want to accept what's actually going on as far as like her with Junior or anything like that. And it's very weird that people are still showing her grace and giving her the benefit of the doubt and shit like that. But she still has all those people that are giving her grace. Neveah is like it's coming from every angle. It's coming from Blueface, Carlissa, Jaden, Chrisean, Jaden's fan base, Chrisean's fan base, randoms on the internet. And usually when somebody gets that much hate and they still keep going, they're about to do something. They're about to do something. I don't know what it is. Have no idea. But it just, to me, it just doesn't make sense. Especially when Neveah has had and has access to men with way more money and notoriety. So the whole, like, when people start talking about the whole finance thing, I don't know. I just, you lose me there. Cause even what's his name? The light-skinned one, was that Nova? He looked like he had more money than Blueface for real. At least more emotion than Blueface. Blueface looks broke, dusted, and disgusted all the time, and he is. You know, it's not hard to have more money than people in the circus, of course, but because it seems like it's going out as soon as it's coming in. Because still nobody has anything to show for anything. Blueface got out of jail and bought this new Range Rover, but he's living in a house that's in foreclosure. He's saying he's buying a new one, but we still haven't seen him move to it yet. And have we even Blueface said he bought a house, right? But have we even like gone through like a whole house tour with him of this house? Because he streams everything. So he's taken the stream along on a couple of his viewings or whatever, right? But we haven't seen, have we seen this house that he's actually moving into? Y'all tell me. Y'all know I don't be watching the streams, I just be watching the clips. So maybe I missed something. Neveah talking about running fades with everyone. I think, you know what? I think Neveah could beat everybody up. I do. And I know that's going to ruffle a few feathers, but I think Neveah could beat everybody up. I do. That's just my personal opinion. And the reason, I've never seen Neveah fight before. But usually the one that's like just sitting quiet while everybody else is talking about running fades and shit, that's the one that can really fight for real. I don't think Jaden can fight for real. We've seen her get into it like in the clubs a couple times, and none of it was interesting. When she had the chance to square up with Biggie, she just fell down. I wouldn't say, me personally, I don't think that Jaden got beat up by Biggie. I seen Jaden just fall down. There was no real kerfuffle or nothing like that, right? So I'm gonna just say she fell down, but she didn't put no work in. I think Neveah could beat Jaden's ass. Chrisean, people overinflate how well she can fight. She running around talking about she a professional boxer and blah, blah, blah. And that bitch did one celebrity boxing match. The whole time she was training, she was on drugs. That bitch was high at her damn conference before her fight. We see, every time we see Chrisean is tweaking her nose and doing all that sniffling and shit. And how many people have to tell us that Chrisean be playing with her nose? Like, that didn't stop when that's how she lost all that weight that fast, for real, for real. It wasn't no diet and exercise and blah, blah, blah. No, Chrisean was on that shit. Pills on the floor in the car, everything else. Oh, you know, she can. Jaden doing a lot of talking. Like, did y'all see? I was gonna use this clip in another video, right? But did y'all see how Jaden was trying to be funny and she bought like 2 cans of cornstarch and she gave one to Sam, and oh, it was just so funny, kiki kaka. Like, the comments, they just thought it was the funniest shit. Jaden is corny. I don't know like who likes shit like that for real, but that shit was like something like a 13-year-old girl would do. Just corny and childish. I can't wait for Neveah to lay hands on Jaden. I can't. Cause she has so much to say. And I get like how there's people for whatever reason, clearly y'all haven't been around long enough where y'all think that it would ever in a million years matter about what what Neveah did while Jaden was pregnant, because much worse happened while Jaden was pregnant. And Jaden was still hanging out with them bitches that Blueface did it with. She still got pregnant by Blueface again after he just straight up dog walked her through that pregnancy. The only reason why Jaden is not still with Blueface today is because he leaked her sex tape, and that's it. That's it. But she has so much smoke for everybody else. You don't have no smoke for that nigga. Like, she never has no real smoke for Blueface. None. About nothing, even about being a father for real. Now that she's separated from him, right? She wants to talk about how bad of a father he is, but it's been okay that he's been a bad father all this time to his kids, and she's never had nothing to say about it. She has never had nothing to say about it until recently, after he showed her sex tape. Now he's not a good father. When he was doing all that shit, the same shit Blueface is doing now, he was doing all that shit before the sex tape happened. Putting all these bitches before his kids. This is not even close to the first time that he has put Chrisean before his kids. Not even close to the first time he's went and hung out with Chrisean before he hung out with his own children. Not even close. It just looks different this time, because now you know that Blueface just straight up refuses to go see them. But nothing, for real, nothing is new. Like, this is regular stuff for them. Jaden just got her feelings extra hurt this time because she got exposed, and she can't claim this image that she's been claiming for all this time no more. Jaden's pride is hurt too. Jaden's feeling. I was gonna say Jaden's feelings might be hurt, but why? Why? If you can sit up on the internet after your baby daddy exposes your sex tape, and you can be proudly talking about how you performed sexual acts on a man, and you can be proud about the fact that you messed with his homeboy, you can be proud about the fact that you hurt him and blah blah blah. If you can be proud about all that, why are your feelings hurt? When you do something to somebody with a malicious intent, like Jaden literally, she said it out her own mouth, it was get back. So Jaden went and did the thing with Bravo because she wanted to, and she wanted Blueface to find out about it. That's why she let Bravo record it, and she's bragging about how it's her get back and everything else, right? But then when he exposes the tape, now your feelings are hurt. And I'm not excusing what Blueface did at all. Like, Blueface was dead ass wrong for exposing the sex tape. However, why would you do something to spite Blueface just for it to backfire on you, and now you want, like, your feelings are hurt now? When you do stuff like that, you got to think about every single outcome of it. Because sometimes a lot of people, especially like when a woman is dealing with like a sorry ass man, a lot of times women have a tendency to just go off of how hurt they are. But you got to think about every single consequence that comes with it. And Jaden didn't think about any of it. She just thought that she was going to get back at Blueface, and that was going to be the end of it. So like I said, Blueface, like, he was wrong for exposing the tape, but Jaden was wrong for making it. And I've told y'all before, I don't care what no woman does, no grown woman does with her cooch. I don't at all. But you got to be a whole lot smarter than to let somebody record it. If you feel comfortable, like, with your man recording you, husband, whatever the case may be, cool. Y'all are locked in like that, but you gonna go fuck the help. your baby daddy's homeboy, and you let him record it? Jaden wanted Blueface to see that shit. I'm convinced. Blueface and Jaden are both wrong. Both wrong. Jaden is wrong for her own reasons, and Blueface is wrong for his own reasons, but it doesn't change the fact that they're both wrong. Like, I don't care how nobody feels about it. I know Jaden fans are going to be mad. Well, he did all this. Sometimes you can just walk away from a nigga. You can. I promise you can. You can just walk away from him. You don't have to do nothing to him. Your silence and you being out of his life are going to hurt him more than anything else. You don't have to do all the extras. You don't at all. Hopefully Jaden learns that though. You know, she's under the tutelage of Carlissa, and all Carlissa cares about is sex. So she probably won't learn anything. But let me read some of y'all comments. According to Jaden, they fell out before the tape was exposed. I wonder why. I don't remember what happened right before, but I kind of feel like that too. Like they had already, because if y'all remember, like for the Father's Day pictures or whatever, how Blueface was streaming that, you could tell like when they were at King of Crabs and like right before they left the house or whatever, you could tell that like the energy between them was off. And I think a few people, they clipped it and they were talking about it, but I don't think it was public like what happened or anything like that. But, you know, Jaden's doing a lot of talking on her stream too. Maybe she'll finally. I know some of y'all in the chat are probably in Jaden's streams. Go pay her $1. Pay her $1 and ask her why they fell out before the tape got leaked. Since she feel like she need to answer every question just because y'all pay for him. Go pay her $1 or something and ask her the question. Ask her why her and Blue fell out. She don't have a problem answering any other question. She can answer that. I would like to know. The security guard, remember he clowned her on the tour bus and she still messed with him. Yeah, that's true. And it didn't even take her long. It was the same night. Blueface drugged Jaden completely through the mud on the tour bus that night. Completely through the mud. And by the end of the night, she was riding up in the elevator with him, drunk, ready to go, ready to go do him a couple favors. I'm trying to watch what I say on here, y'all. But she was ready to go do him a couple favors. Yeah, Blanco, you didn't see that? We went over it a couple times over here before. I'll have to I should do like, I'll make y'all a little commercial break of Jaden and Blue's finest moments. We always talk about like Chrisean and Blueface in the commercials, but we'll do a Jaden and Blueface finest moment commercial break too. Jaden is completely unserious. This is the first time that I've seen Jaden stand on somewhat of business, and it still don't mean that much because she's still on her live talking about him every day. And I know there's going to be people that are like, oh, he talks about her too. He does. But when she starts talking about him and doing little dumb, corny shit like gifting her ugly ass friend some cornstarch so they can make fun of Neveah for eating cornstarch while she's pregnant. Like that's all. Damn near Jaden's whole stream be about Blueface and Neveah. So yeah, Blueface and Neveah, they talk about Jaden, but Jaden floats right on down to their level. And she does the same shit back to them. It's tired at this point. If you say you're moving on, you don't want to be with this man anymore, you don't care about what he got going on, whatever the case may be, right? But just stop responding to him. Just stop responding to him. If you think so little of him, I'm gonna tell y'all, if I think like extremely little of a person, I'm not going back and forth with them. I'm not, and especially not on the internet. Every time I get up on the internet, I'm mentioning you, and I'm basically letting everybody know that I'm watching your stream too. Because people, here's the thing, right? People like to talk about how Blueface and Neveah be watching Jaden streams, but nobody ever talks about how Jaden be knowing 100% of what goes on Blue streams. And I see Jaden's fans making excuses for her. Oh, the chat tells her about it. So the chat tells her every little thing, blow by blow, all the details, everything else. No. Jaden be watching Blueface's stream too. She absolutely does. I don't know why y'all think that she's any better than Blueface when it comes to that shit, but Jaden is just as obsessed with Blueface as Blueface is with her. That's all they can do is talk about it. Well, Blueface, I was going to say Blueface spends less time talking about Jaden, but at this point, it don't even matter. It don't even matter because he's still, even if he talks about her less, he still be talking about her in damn near every stream now, just like Jaden talks about him in every stream. And I don't care what anybody says about, oh, well, we pay her to ask these questions, blah, blah, blah. She don't have to answer them. She don't. She don't. She don't. Just like how I'm on this live stream right now, and if somebody was doing too much in the comments or they were talking about something that I don't want to talk about in this chat or something like that, or they're doing too much, I could easily just say, hey, shut that down and remove them, or shut that down and give them a chance. And if they still don't want to, respect the chat, then they can get out the chat. Jaden don't want to do that. She enjoys talking about Blueface just like she enjoys talking about Neveah. And they enjoy talking about her. That's why some people in the comments still be saying all of them might as well just be sister wives at this point. Nobody is better than the other one at all. Y'all all do the same shit to each other. Chrisean be watching Jaden and Blue streams. Jaden be watching, I don't know if Jaden watches Chrisean streams for real, but she be knowing what be going on with Chrisean too. So anyway, Jaden be watching Blueface's stream though. Blueface and Neveah be watching Jaden's stream. The same way Blueface used to sit up in the house and talk about Chrisean with Jaden, that's the same shit he's doing with Neveah now. The same way he used to be laid up in the bed first thing in the morning, pillow talking to Chrisean about Jaden, that's the same thing he's doing with Neveah now. He does the same shit with all of them, and he always has all of them on the same bullshit over and over and over again. Why Jaden's fans act like, she's just above the circus? No, she's not. She's still very much involved in it. She's still very much involved in it. She's fulfilling all of her requirements. I keep seeing people talk about, oh, Jaden left the circus. When? If every time she gets on live, she's talking about Blueface and Neveah, she's very much still in the circus. The majority of the questions that y'all pay to ask in her live are about Blueface and Neveah. Like, she's very much still in the circus. Very much. Anyway, let's move on though. Let me read some of y'all comments. They're obsessed with each other. They are. All of them are obsessed with each other. I don't know why everybody acts like Jaden is the only one, Jaden is the only one that's not obsessed with anybody. They're all obsessed with each other. All of them. They all work together, probably be in a group chat laughing at us for talking about them. They do. Blueface and Chrisean especially, they've done a few things over the years where it was just them playing on the internet. Knew it wasn't true. They were just doing it for clicks and views and to see how the audience was going to react about it basically. But they all do it. They all do it. I wouldn't be surprised if Blueface and Jaden were still talking on the low. I would not be surprised at all. At all. Um he probably on his way to play Junior birthday party. We're finna get into Junior's birthday party in a second. Blue for female tendencies. No man should gossip about women like this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Blueface wants himself a man for real. I've never seen any grown man, even gay men, and I mean like flamboyant, messy ass gay men. I've never seen any grown man be this interested in carrying on drama with women ever. And causing little fights and arguments and all that shit between women. I've never seen no man that takes pride and pleasure in this shit. Blueface is a weirdo. Like that's why you see very few men. Have y'all noticed that like in the comments and like the audience of this circus shit, right? Y'all see very few men in it. Like you see very few men in the comments. There's very few men as far as like us content creators that cover what goes on with them. There's very few men that do it. It's more women than anything. Most men are not interested in this shit, and they're damn sure not interested in orchestrating it. Blueface is a different type of weirdo. It's genuine hatred, right? Oh, hold on. Armed guards at the party, Blue ain't going. And to me, that's wild too, to say that he can't pull up unless he got that money. If not, he gotta see the armed guards. That's crazy to me. Like, especially, and we've talked about this over here before, but especially if he paid for, and I get it, like the kids live with Jaden, all that. I get that, right? But he paid in full for Javon's party when y'all weren't together or anything else. Yes, she takes care of everything else, but at the same time, he still paid for one party. So can you just pay for Journeys? Like, why is it, to me, the only reason I'm saying this is because if it's truly about Journey, right? And it's truly about Journey and it's truly about the kids, we wouldn't be talking about money. We wouldn't. Because Journey is 4 years old, right? She don't care nothing about the fact that her daddy didn't pay for the other half of her birthday party. That don't mean nothing to her. Jaden could tell her that, and Journey would be looking at her like, bitch, who cares? And she would probably say that too. Lord, let me stop. I'm not going to do Journey like that. But she will probably say that too, for real though. But she doesn't care about that. Journey is just going to care about the fact that her father ain't there. Which, on the same token, that goes to Blueface too. Journey don't care, and Javon either. They both don't care nothing about what you and Jaden got going on together. They care about the fact that you're not there. It really is like nothing is ever truly about the kids, and it's sad. It really is. She said no cameras. Ain't she gonna have cameras there? Or does she just not want him to? Because Jaden has cameras at every single one of her kids' birthday parties. The kids' birthday parties be on 6 side and everything. So what's wrong with Blue having his cameras there if he comes? Does she just want to be the only one to capitalize off of it and make money off of it because she put it together? I don't like I said, it's never about the kids. It's never about the kids. It's just not. It's not. Old Blue Keisha, he was in jail her last 2 B days. See, but that's the other thing too, Lo. Like, it's not about the kid. It's not about Journey. It's not. It's not about Journey or Javon at all. I think Jaden wants to see how much power she has, but it's never over the right thing, because this is what blows me about the whole situation, right? Everything has been okay up until the point that Blueface exposed her sex tape. None of this behavior is new from Blueface. None of it. Him not seeing his kids, him putting other people before his kids, all that, right? Even the fact that Blueface be trying to play stepdaddy to Superior, but he won't be daddy to his own kids. He was already doing that. He was already doing that before the sex tape got leaked. Jaden crashing out on the phone because Blueface giving Neveah money before her, and he's spending time with Superior, but he ain't seen the kids in a few days. But then he goes over to Jaden's house and sweet talks her, and somehow she end up in the bed with him. It's been okay for the longest time. But now since he exposed the sex tape, now he can't come to Journey birthday party unless he pays for half of it. If not, he's going to be greeted by armed guards. Now, if he does pull up to the birthday party, he can't record it, even though he's been recording everything since he's been out, and it was fine. It just gets to a point. Like, is it about the kids or is it not about the kids? Because right now it's not looking like it. Blue should have his own party, and he should, but he's not going to, unfortunately. Yeah, they just need the parents. That's it. All the extra that Blueface and Jaden are doing, and I'm not gonna act like Jaden is like doing as much as Blueface when it comes to the bullshit. I think Blueface is definitely way more on bullshit than Jaden is. Because at the end of the day, you're still not making an effort to go see your kids. That supersedes everything. But both of them are still wrong in their own right. And both of them are not focused on the kids. They're not. That's what you have. Sometimes you got to do that when you're a mom. Whatever you got going on with their daddy, no matter what their daddy is to you, if that's your ex, your husband, your boyfriend, just your baby, whatever the case may be, sometimes when you beefing with him, you just got to put that shit aside for the kids. Even when you married, you got to do that sometimes. It just is what it is. Maybe one day they'll figure that out, but right now it doesn't seem like it at all. Let Kai pay for it. Kai ain't paying for nothing. I don't think Kai has paid for anything. Maybe like the groceries that Jaden used to cook that steak dinner or something like that. But the people saying he paid for, at first, Jaden's fans were saying that he paid for a whole year of daycare, and then they switched it to a month of daycare, and then they switched it to it didn't happen, and then they said he bought her a flight, but yet she drove to Vegas instead of flying when she didn't have to drive. Because this was her second time going to Vegas. They said that he bought her a ticket, but somehow she still drove her car down there, you know? And once again, the vibes ain't there. Like that man has never looked like he's like Jaden. He won't even take her out on a date. Every time he hangs out with her, somebody else got to be around. And not even just like one person. It got to be like 4 or 5 other people around them. He don't ever hang out with Jaden by himself. Y'all ain't never seen him pull up in LA and take Jaden on a nice date or anything like that. Kai is in Vegas. And Jaden, if she want to see him, she got to pull up on him. That's not how men that like you, that's not how they operate at all. But anyway, let's move on from Jaden. Let's get to Chrisean. Chrisean, I don't want to say her name 3 times. She might pop up out of nowhere. Chrisean is lying again. She's saying that, Blueface is a victim and he's not a villain, and her and him have plans for Junior's birthday party and blah blah blah. Blueface don't know about the plans, just like she don't know about him, But she was on the phone on stream talking to one of her number 1 flunkies. But let's go ahead and get into that.
He's so passionate about my son, Because I don't want him to go through what I went through with my dad. And that's why you be seeing me pop up all the time with my baby father here and there sometimes, because I don't want beef or disagreements to be bigger than him knowing his father for real. And then, like, you know, like, I could tell, like, Jonathan is hurting in his own way because you could just see it. You feel what I'm saying? You could see the rage, you could see the pain. The whole time he's not a villain, he's a victim, right? I know y'all don't want to hear that part, but the only reason I understand that part is because of my dad. You know what my dad went through, and how my dad couldn't emotionally, physically, and spiritually be there or stand. Like, it's deep, bro. Like, you know, like, people is people, right? And, like, I feel like what we lack the most is God. You know what I'm saying? So, if I don't have God internally all the way in my heart, and God is love, I can't expect people to know how to love, to know how to be present, or even be like sensitive to atmospheres. All I can know is how a person just be a person, like, you know. Yeah, so that's just like me just venting to y'all. Chat, I don't really yeah. I'm just venting, chat. I don't really be tripping right now. It ain't that deep. Hello. Hey. Nothing. What are you doing? What you about to eat?
Let me stop this right here. Chrisean is not slick. Like, she swears she's so, like, she can just outsmart everybody, acting like she on the phone, and then the phone starts ringing, and look at her stupid ass. Like, knowing damn well she not on the phone for real, and then got up like nothing happened. This shit had me laughing so hard. Like, and then she put the phone down. She had to see who it was that was really calling her. Let's run it back again.
What you about to eat?
Chrisean, please, bitch, please. Like, it was already enough that she just set up and said all that bullshit in regards to Blueface, but then for you to act like you're on the phone and the phone starts ringing, I see how fast her eyes go from left to right. Let's see it again. Actually, hold on.
What are you doing? What you about to eat?
I can't. Like, I literally cannot at all. You gonna act like you on the phone and then the phone starts ringing. And then your eyes, she was trying to figure out what to do real quick. Real quick, she was trying to figure out what to do.
Hey. Nothing. What are you doing? What you about to eat?
And then you see her stupid ass smile a little bit. This is too much. Like, I couldn't even focus on what else she said before this because she gonna act like you're talking on the phone and then the phone rings. Was she trying to pretend like she was talking to Blueface or something? Like, is that what she was trying to set up? Is that what she was trying to set up? She just said on stream and she said all this, painted Blueface as a victim of all people. Of all people, she tried to paint Blueface as a victim. She trying to stand up for him and blah, blah, blah. And then magically she gets a phone call that don't nobody hear. And here's how else you can tell she wasn't on the phone too, right? When she acted like the phone rang and she picked it up, right? It didn't ring out loud. But then now you on the phone acting like you're on the phone and the phone starts ringing. What? So she was trying to act like that's what what y'all think? I feel like she was trying to act like Blueface was calling her for real. Cause what was the point? I don't get that. Why can't you just sit on stream and just talk about something else? Why are we talking about Blueface? Every time we're on stream with Chrisean, right? It's either Blueface is lies about Junior, or she just talking about a bunch of random shit that nobody cares about, or she's spewing some bullshit about how hard she's going on her training, and it's a bunch of lies. Welcome in, Cass. But that's all she can. None of these people, now that I'm thinking about it, right? Blueface will pop out and do like an IRL stream, and he'll be out at some kind of event or whatever, or he'll collab with another streamer or something like that. But when it comes to Chrisean, the majority of her streams are about those things that we just talked about. She'll go link up, she keeps linking up with people after Blueface does. So the majority of the people that Blueface has collabed with as far as streaming goes, like if it's an IRL stream, like for instance, Dean the Great and AB, Blueface had already done that. And then magically Chrisean starts streaming, Chrisean streams with them, right? That's all she does. And then you get over to Jaden and her stream, the majority of her stream is all about Blueface, Neveah, talking shit about people. That's all it is. That's all it is. This shows the insanity. I think so too. The only time I've ever seen people take like a fake phone call is if they have to get out of a situation. Like, y'all ever seen like a woman or something like that? Like they're walking through like a crowd of men and they don't want the men to bother them, like in front of the not grocery store, in front of the gas station or something. And they fake like they're on the phone, or like a man walk up to them and start talking to them, but they don't want to talk for real. And they can't just tell them to get away from them. So they act like they're on the phone or whatever. That's the only time I've seen that. I've never seen somebody sit up and act like they're getting a phone call just so they can just like make people wonder who they're talking to on the phone. Or act like they're having a conversation with somebody that's not there. For nothing. Because she did not need to do this. She could have went and got Junior out the corner and put him on the screen again if she needed something to talk about on her stream. In all honesty. She could have went and got Junior, and that would have went better for her than this shit. Let's watch it again.
What you about to eat?
Yes, out the corner. And Charlotte not in the house with Chrisean no more. And it don't seem like Chrisean has a helper in the house with her. Where did Junior be at? Cause she don't like playing with him for real or working with him or anything else. She don't like interacting with Junior at all. And unless she need a little quick something to post on the internet. Or she trying to prove a non-existent point or fake a milestone or something like that. That's the only time we see Junior. Besides that, Junior just be ducked off in the cut by himself. That's it. Like she could have got Junior from the corner. She could have put him up on the live if she just needed, something to talk about. But faking a phone call for the stream. And like I said, I don't know if that was her intention or not, but I really feel like that was her scheme, was to try to make it seem like Blueface called her in the middle of the stream because she was on stream talking nice about it. A bunch of bullshit. But anyway, let's get into this next clip.
Someone asked, Selena's me said, Chrisean's birthday is coming up. Do you have any plans yet? Did you want to mention any of it yet?
Yeah, so me and his father was going to throw a big party.
So what did you say?
You didn't hear me, Blue Rock TV?
You said who's going to throw a big party?
Me and his father going to throw him a party.
Oh, nice. That sounds good. Where's it going to be? Do you know yet, or details are to follow?
Baltimore.
Nice. That sounds exciting. That sounds good. So y'all heard it. There's going to be a party.
Did y'all hear how Blue Rock TV didn't even believe Chrisean for real? You know what's crazy is like a lot of these content creators that were at one time like, and Blue Rock TV is still, at the top of Chrisean's payroll. However, he clearly didn't even believe her. And it's like all those fan pages, like the big ones that she used to have, is like they're just falling off. Cause even Lola Lee, like, and shout out to Lola Lee since I'm mentioning her, right? She did a video the other day and she was talking about how Chrisean is always lying, and she said, I can't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. And y'all remember back in the day, Lola Lee was a Chrisean fan. That's wild. When's the last time anybody heard from Hot Tea Hot Chocolate? Like, who's another one? I just thought of another one and then forgot it. But he didn't even sound, he knows she's lying. He didn't even sound like he believed her. Even when she said me and my son Fava, and he said, who? He heard her. He didn't believe her. Let's listen to it again, actually.
What's going on? Someone asked, Selena's me said, Chrisean's birthday is coming up. Do you have any plans yet? Did you want to mention any of it yet?
Yeah, so me and his father was going to throw a big party.
So what did you say?
You didn't hear me, Blue Rock TV?
You said who's going to throw a big party?
Me and his father going to throw him a party.
Oh, nice.
See, he do not believe her. He heard exactly what she said. He couldn't believe his ears. And then he immediately after not being able to believe his ears, he moved over into he couldn't believe her. Yeah, you can hear him. You can definitely hear him side-eyeing her. Damn, if I can select the comment. You can definitely hear him side-eyeing her. He do not believe her. You know how pathetic you got to be when your own, like your your top, like your biggest fan pages low-key don't be believing what you say at all, just because it just sounds ridiculous. If Blueface didn't even go to Journey's birthday party, why the fuck would he be planning one with Chrisean? And when has Chrisean ever planned a birthday party for anybody, let alone her own child? So now you're planning one with him? You're planning one with Blueface for Junior? Last year, y'all remember last year, um, I just had a live idea. On Junior's birthday, we're gonna go over Junior's birthdays. We're gonna go over Junior's past 3 birthdays, and we're gonna look at them. But we're gonna celebrate Junior on his birthday. But um the last birthday, Junior's second birthday, Tareen organized everything and paid for it, because y'all remember, well, I guess Bino did end up paying for it, but Tareen still did most of it, right? And Chrisean showed up high as a kite, stayed there for a few minutes, and then she ran off with Bino into the night, and they went to a whole nother state on Junior's birthday. Like Chrisean is a deadbeat mother. She pulled up to see her son on his birthday and then left him with her sister and the rest of her family and rode off into the night with Bino on her child's second birthday. But people believe Chrisean loves him for whatever reason. If you hate your child so much and you care so little about him that you can't even just spend his birthday with him. And Chrisean don't even have, she don't have no excuse for real, right? None at all. Because Blueface, even though he has a bitch ass excuse, right? Like, oh, Jaden did this to me, right? He still has an excuse. Even though it's a bullshit one, it's an excuse. Nobody's accepting the excuse, but he could still make some excuse, right? Chrisean don't have no excuse. Why are you more concerned with that man than you are with your child? And this ain't even the father of your child that you're running off into the night with. This is just some random nigga. And turns out he was sent to you to play in Blueface's face while he was locked up. But you left your son on his birthday so you could ride around doing whatever with Bino. But now this year you're planning him a party with Blueface. And Blueface didn't even go to his one and only daughter. All these boys Blueface is having. He didn't even go to his one and only daughter's birthday. But he's planning one with you for Junior. See, what Chrisean was trying to do was she's trying to sit up and play in Jaden's face. Like, oh yeah, he didn't come to Journey's birthday party, but he's planning one for Junior with me. And she was trying to play in Neveah's face too, for real. Like, nobody's planning no birthday party for Junior. Chrisean ain't even planning no birthday party for Junior. How much do y'all want to bet on Junior's birthday? The weekend of Junior birthday, whatever the case may be, Junior will not have a party. He will not. Junior is not having no party, and Chrisean is going to get up on this internet and she's going to say, oh, I just wanted to give him his privacy for real. After all this, after she just held him up with a shit-covered stomach the other day, because all he drinks is Nesquik and he can't eat no solid foods or nothing like that. So he's just shitting out liquid all the time, right? She just held him up on camera, on stream the other day so everybody could see that he was covered in shit. But when it's time for his birthday, she's going to tell him, oh, I just wanted something small and I didn't want it to be public and I just wanted to give him his privacy for real. Chrisean, go to hell. Go to hell. This is crazy. But anyway, Blueface says that he don't know. Of course he don't know. None of us know, including Chrisean. Nobody knows about any birthday plans for Junior because there is no birthday plans for Junior. But let's get into what Blueface said.
Planning a birthday party? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't think she would want me there. To be honest, chat. You think she would? I don't know. The last thing I seen of her, she said she would call the cops on me. That's the last clip I seen. I don't know what the hell you guys are watching. Hey, shout out to Kiwi for the sub.
So y'all heard Blueface said he don't know what the fuck she's talking about. And Chrisean did say that the next time she sees Blueface, she's gonna or Chrisean, I'm sure most of y'all seen this clip by now. Chrisean talking about how she was gonna call the police on Blueface. The next time he ends up basically in the same vacation spot as her, right? Even though she was very much so a part of these plans to link up with him, Blueface didn't just hunt her down. He didn't just hunt her down. She wanted to see him. What was it, the LA link up when she was it LA or Miami when she was talking about how she had been riding around for 5 hours looking for Blueface or riding around for 5 or 6 hours looking for Blueface, calling him dada and all that bullshit. She was more than willing to link up with him, but she said that she was going to call the police on him. Here she is.
Being tested like that was actually good for me because now I know my weaknesses. My weaknesses is I can ignore calls, I can ignore text messages, but when someone flies in that state, I don't know. It's just like, all right, what's up? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? And instead of saying what's up, I'm not gonna say nothing that no more. The next airport he flies to, when I'm there, no, I'm not. He's the type of person that come find you. So I think everybody should just keep praying for me to not be found by a demon like him. But next time he does that, I'm gonna just call 911 because I'm tired of compromising my faith, my walk with God, my witness, and everybody thinking, oh yeah, she's just playing in her face. I promise you, I'm not playing. I just ran out of ways of avoiding him. Okay, now I seen that it was insane to even be in his presence. What should I do different next time? Call 911. So that's what I'm gonna do. Call 911. Even though it's gonna be hard to do that, I'm gonna do it. You know why? Because I'm gonna do it for Jesus. I don't got no time to be playing with my witness right now. On my walk, for real. Everybody thinking I'm like faking. I'm not. I know the old Chrisean. She wasn't leaving no house, no money, no bookings alone. I left all that. So stop criticizing me. Pray for me. And believe when I say I'm calling 911. Honest to God.
So y'all heard her acting like she's a victim of Blueface, and then here she go a couple clips ago talking about how Blueface is a victim and he's not the villain and he's this and he's that. Chrisean is a nutcase. A complete nutcase. Like to try to and it's the fact that Chrisean exposed her own text messages and Blueface exposed their text messages. So we already know what type of time she was on with Blueface, but then she wants to turn around and act like she's a victim. Oh, I'm gonna just call the police on him. What? I'm so tired of Chrisean. I'm just I am tired. Like there's no way There's no way. I'm going to call the police on him. I'm going to call 911, blah, blah, blah. But then 2 days later, was it even a whole 2 days later? Or was this the same day or the next day or something like that where she's sitting up and talking about Blueface as a victim and he's not a villain? Not the whole tooth and nothing but the tooth. Yes, a Bolo 5150, exactly. Exactly. Um, before I forget, thank you to Jackie for the 350 jewels. Thank you to Blanco for the 200 jewels. Amy for the 20 jewels and Letitia for the 2 jewels. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Cash make the coochie go woo woo.
Let's get into, I'm tired of talking about Chrisean. I can't do too much Chrisean at one time. Let's get into Neveah's false labor, I guess I would say. Because was she even having contractions? I don't think she was having Braxton Hicks, was she? I think she just said that she was like in her phone. I just got to be honest about that. That's very weird to me. Extremely weird. However, from the clips that I seen, it looked like she was already, like something was already going on. She wasn't 100% feeling her best before Blueface found the tape. She was on stream with him, and it seemed, but to me, it didn't seem like she was 100%. She very well so may have faked it as well. I don't know. But that's my view on that situation. It's weird that she has Jaden's tape. I really can't understand that part at all. At all. From any angle. Because why, if Jaden is Blueface's baby mama, y'all got beef, whatever the case may be, why would you ever have that lady's sex tape in your phone? But at the same time, what the fuck was there to save about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, for those of us that watched the tape, it was not savable. Like, there was no reason to save it. You're not gonna learn no new tips and tricks or nothing like that. It was very basic. I know a lot of people thought she was doing her thing, but then I gotta wonder what y'all been doing and who y'all been doing it with. Because what I saw, it wasn't nobody's finna be scouting Jaden to come star in their movies. They're not. It was not that great for you to save it for any type of reason whatsoever. I really cannot understand why Neveah has that saved to her phone. I can't. Maybe one day she'll come out and explain it. I don't know, but I don't understand it. And like I said, she may or may not have faked needing to go to the hospital. But at the same time, she's pregnant, and she's heavily pregnant. Could drop any day now. Shit like that happens. Just don't feel good. You feel like you need to go to hospital. It's not unheard of. So we'll leave that there about that situation. But anyway, of course, Blueface, being Blueface during this time, I would expect no less. Let's get into these clips though.
My shit's hurting. I'm telling you that.
So come on.
You come on.
Are you tricking me?
I'm not.
Okay, come on.
Like the right side is hurting bad.
Let me feel it.
I'm talking about it's like feeling push. Like every time I stand up, it's like feels
on your cooch?
My pelvis, yeah. Yeah.
Like in the crack.
Yeah. Don't do it hard. Please don't. It hurts.
Alright.
Yeah. And then every time I stand up too, it hurts like it's a sharp pain. It's gonna make me feel like I need a fucking wheelchair. Like I wanna walk around and do what I wanna do in here, but I can't. It hurts.
Well, you want me to carry you?
You want to try to thug it out, or do you want to just?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't.
I've never pushed the baby up. I know when I need to go to the hospital, though. So you have to know when you need to go to the hospital.
Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, I got the volume now.
Whoop-de-doo.
What's whoop-de-doo for?
Why you just stand up like that?
Cause I don't know.
All right, well, come on, get
Yeah,
ready.
see, like when I do that, I feel it all right here.
All right, well, get ready. Let's go. Child, are you guys coming? Who are you talking to?
I gotta say this real quick, y'all. I'm tired of hearing Blue breathing in the mic. I don't know what they did to him in prison that has him breathing like that and sounding like a fat man, basically. But I'm tired of it. Like all that indigestion and heavy breathing, and then it sounds like he can't breathe out his nose. And that's probably attributed to all the coke snorting he's done in his life too. But it's enough. Like I'm tired of hearing him doing all the extras. Like he always want to put a mic on somebody, but he has to do so much just to keep breathing. I just had to say that real quick. Let's get back into it though.
Are we going or what? You waiting on me? You was not waiting on me. Come on, we're gonna go through the garage. It's faster. So I ain't went down me shit. What you mean? Yeah. Go to the entrance. Hey, you look crazy as fuck.
That's not funny.
You looking real chopped right now. Fix your face.
I can't fix my face. I'm fucking pale. I feel weak. I cannot help it.
You looking chopped right now.
You're chopped.
Put that shit together, baby. So,
That's not even funny. How?
because the way you looking out the window, that's not your angle. Let me just look right at the camera.
No, he's not good with angles. This nigga had me looking like a piece of shit. Like, Two's just stupid sometimes. Sorry, Two.
It's the cameraman.
It's definitely, bro, he catches people at the worst moments. Like, I'm not lying. He knows that.
Nah, he do be doing some bullshit with the camera,
Like,
but
dead ass. You get in my worst moments. But I'm not going to be sexy going to no fucking hospital.
no, I'm not saying be sexy. I'm just saying, like, feel me? Look confident.
Confident? No. All I can feel is a mean mug on my face right now.
Yeah, okay. Just look straight at the camera. Yeah, you look pretty like that.
No.
Yeah, because when you look to the side, it looks like you don't got a neck. It's like,
It looks like I got a neck?
looks like you don't got a neck.
What?
It just
Whatever.
you look cute from the front.
You're chopped. You came out the house looking like a fucking orange.
I was wearing your favorite color for you.
I know, but what the
So
fuck?
you can see me from down the hall. I mean,
Hey, Hey, hell no.
Who's your baby dad? He's the one with all the orange on.
Yeah, they go.
Can't miss him, baby.
He got all the tattoos on his face too. You definitely can't miss him. Nigga came in with his goddamn watch and necklaces. Matter of fact, you probably know who the fuck you are.
So I didn't go get the rest of the clips because I was already annoyed by like him telling her that she looks chopped and she's pregnant, you know? And I told y'all before, like I'll look at the comments on the clips of Neveah and Blueface, and the way it gets to a point with like all the extras regarding a pregnant woman. Even Nevaeh's hair, like that's how petty a lot of people be with comments about Neveah, right? If you feel like she faked her needing to go to the hospital, cool, that's one thing. And I could see how so I'm not, like I said, it could, maybe she faked it, maybe she didn't. Cuz I could see how people would say that she faked it, right? I could see that. But the way y'all pick about the smallest shit that doesn't even matter, like her hair, there were all these people in the comments talking about, oh, she should have got her hair braided. Why wouldn't she get her hair braided? Why would she get that quick weave instead of getting her hair braided? You know what? Everybody's different, but there is no way in hell I would have sat down like for hours and got my hair braided while I was heavily pregnant. And I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people get their hair braided when they're about to give birth. But that's not for everybody. Everybody's not interested in it. People are allowed to do things their own way. They are. I promise you they are. But to pick at somebody for something like their hair choice when they're about to give birth, it gets to a point. It does. Like whatever her and Jaden have going back and forth, whatever, cool. Say your piece on it, whatever the case may be. If you feel like she was faking, cool, whatever. But why are y'all so like pressed to pick with this girl that y'all start talking about how she chooses to wear her hair? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. That's my whole point is like y'all pick Neveah apart no matter what it is she does. First y'all were saying she don't do nothing with her hair or anything. Then she get her hair done. Y'all were talking about the hairstyle, and then she take the hairstyle out and y'all are talking about her hair still. Jesus. Like I hope Neveah pull up on some of y'all too that be in the comments talking shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. To pick at her hair, it like come on. Anyway, back to Blueface. Blueface telling her she looks chopped and uh all this extra shit and talking about camera angles and everything else. Like I I don't know how she does it. Take everything else out of it. Just leave the fact that she's pregnant in alone. Don't think about anything else but besides the fact that she's pregnant. I do not know how she puts up with Blueface. I don't. I don't care whether she loves him or doesn't love him. Just thinking about being pregnant and having something as irritating and childish and just disrespectful, inconsiderate, having somebody like that around you while you're heavily pregnant, I could not imagine. Like my head hurts a little right now just at the thought of it. I don't understand why anybody would ever want to be with Blueface, a part of the program, anything like that. Like there's no amount of money. Uh I don't I don't even want to say clout in regards to the circus anymore because nobody in the circus really has any motion for real anymore. Nobody does. Like it just I don't understand what it is. And then you got Rila just so desperate to be a part of this shit. She is linked up with Carlissa of all people. She let Blueface get her pregnant on a one-night stand, one-timer, allegedly, right? And then she has the nerve to link up with Carlissa because she so desperately wants to be a part of the circus. For what? For what? At this point, if Rila chose to keep the baby, she literally just should have said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna raise my baby by myself," and she would have been better off than to just keep trying to force her way into the circus. It's like that quote, right? Rejection is protection, and for some reason, she don't see that. So for some reason, Rila does not see that rejection is projection. It's protection. I said projection. Protection. For some reason she doesn't see that. I don't get it. I don't know what her plan is. I have no idea what Neveah's plan is. I have no idea what she has, like what her plans are after she gives birth or anything like that. She says her plan is that she's running faves with everybody who wanted one while she was pregnant. She also said so I think that was last week. She said something about how she was gonna be with other men the same way Blueface is with other women. But I to me it's more than that. There's no way that you're just hanging around with this man just for that. I don't know what it is, but I'm interested to see it. I have no idea what Neveah has going on or what her plans are, but I'm interested to see it. And it has to be something that's worth all of this. It really does. And I agree with this. These men don't deserve kids. Protect your wombs, especially not one like Blueface. There are still some good men in the world. I'll say that. But they're few and far between. And it's definitely not Blueface. It's definitely not. And I don't even want to say that like the good men left in the world are few and far between because most men have more respect just in general than Blueface does. Like most men are not going to sit in a car with you while you're heavily pregnant with their child and be talking about how you look chopped. Most men are not going to do that. You know, Blueface is a special kind of clown. But I still agree though. You really got to watch who you have kids with cuz all these women at this point they just lined up to have kids with Blueface. Or to make Blueface stay, basically. And I don't know if that was the case for Javon or not, because of course Javon was born, really before the circus got started, right? But Jaden admitted that she had Journey to try to keep Blueface home and stop cheating, basically, and be a family with her. That's the same reason Junior was born. Well, that and he was a clout baby, right? Um, Neveah, I don't know why she would get pregnant by Blueface, but she still basically went out her way to get pregnant by him because if Nevaeh's had 6 abortions, right? She might as well. I don't want to say that about her unborn child. I don't. Let me reword. If she's had 6 abortions, if she really did not want to have Blue's child, she would have she would have done what was necessary to not be in that situation. But she wanted to have his baby too. Rila want to have his baby. For what? Like for some reason these women are just jumping at the chance to have a baby by Blueface and I don't get why. I've never seen a sorrier excuse for a father, a man in general. Blueface don't even carry himself as a man. He doesn't. That's why you see so many. There's a lot of people that don't mess with Blueface and that clearly don't have any respect for Blueface. Like you never hear anybody really shouting this man out or anything else besides like DDG. That's really it. I can't think of nobody else for real. I don't think. I think that's it. DDG is like the only one. And didn't he say that DDG was the only one that looked out for him while he was locked up too? Because nobody's supporting this bullshit that Blueface does. How Blueface treats people, how he acts on his own. Nobody's supporting that shit for real. Real men are not looking at Blueface and being like, yeah, that's a good nigga right there. Nobody's doing that. And then you got to think about too, if you're going to have a kid by this man, Carlissa is going to be their grandma. And just take what Dre has exposed recently about Carlissa, right? Take that completely off the table. Just Carlissa on her own, without the allegations or anything else. I would never want for my child to have a grandmother like Carlissa, ever. She can't even get up and wash her ass, brush her teeth, anything in the morning before she gets online and she starts worrying about what Blueface has going on. And she's constantly speaking on any woman that Blueface deals with. She knows about it and she's constantly speaking on it. You can't do nothing without Carlissa having her mouth on it. And then she want to exploit kids and none of her kids like her. Why would you ever want your kid to have a grandma who all of her children just don't like her and damn near hate her, if not completely hate her? They don't even have enough respect for Carlissa to call her mom. They all call her by her first name. That's huge. I would never call my mom by her first name, and I'm grown as hell too. I would never call my mom by her first name. That's not her name to me. It still feels weird to me for real, like when people say my mom's name and like, is that your mom or something like that, right? And it still feels weird like when people call her by her first name to me. You know? I can never see myself calling my mom by her first name and saying she's a whore and all kinds of disrespectful shit. But this has been going on for years and years and years. There's no way that I would ever want to introduce a child into a dynamic like that. But all these slow ass girls that Blueface comes up with, for some reason, they're just they can't wait. They can't wait to have a baby by him. For nothing, too. For absolutely nothing, because none of these girls, including Jaden, and she's been around for the longest, and Jaden is the one who's went through the most. For some reason, Chrisean's fans like to say that she's the one that went through the most with Blueface. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. When it comes to Blueface's hoes, his girls, whatever it is we want to call them, nobody has been done worse than Jaden. Or for the amount of time that they've been together or been dealing with each other, whatever the case may be, nobody's been done worse than Jaden. And she still don't have nothing to her name to show for it at all. MILF Music ain't doing shit. Blueface started that label and then gave it to her, right? And she was supposed to take the ball and run with it. Still ain't doing shit. MILF Music still ain't doing nothing for real. That song with Kai, that shit probably still don't even have a combined 100,000 views yet. And it's been out for what, like 2 months? Barbie, when it came out, it did some numbers, right? She got a distro deal off of it and everything. But she didn't do... It's like Blueface set her up for success, but then at the same time, he didn't, because the only thing Jaden did for Barbie was use her voice. And that's it. She didn't write the song. She didn't produce the song. She didn't do anything with the beat. She didn't do anything. She had no responsibility with that song besides singing it. And that's it. So then when Blueface goes to jail and she's supposed to be building MILF Music up and finding new artists and shit like that, she doesn't do any of that. But instead, she has to keep waiting for Blueface to approve whatever it is that she's doing with MILF Music. She still doesn't have a car to her name. It might be financed in her name, but she doesn't own anything. The house that she's living in is a rental. And I seen people in the comments maybe like a couple weeks ago. They were trying to argue about whether Jaden owned a house or not. Y'all got to stop. Jaden has said herself a million times that she rents. When she's talking about paying rent, that's because she's living in a rental home. And I'm not, and don't take that as me shitting on where she lives at or anything like that. She got a roof over her head. But I don't get why the fans are so obsessed with like trying to speak for Jaden and like prove non-existent points and go against what she says herself to prove a point. If that girl said that she rents, why are y'all in the comments talking about, oh, she owns the house? This isn't a rental. No, she doesn't. She don't own nothing. She don't own anything. She doesn't have anything to show for all this time that she's been fucking around with Blueface besides these two kids that now he's acting like he can't even be bothered with, and that's it. But she hasn't gotten anything else out the deal at all besides a fan base, and a weird fan base at that. Because if y'all are watching, y'all are just like Chrisean's fan base. Nothing is different at this point. The same way Chrisean's fans be lying for her and just making shit up for her, y'all do that shit for Jaden too. And it's weird. It is so weird. Extra weird. Yeah, she there was a live that she did maybe a month ago where she said that when she blows up, basically, that she's going to move out of that house and she's going to give that house to her mom. How are you going to give a rental home to somebody else? You have a lease. You don't have a pink slip. You don't have a deed, nothing like that. You have a lease. Will the owner transfer the lease to your mom? Possibly, but you're not giving your mom anything because you don't own that house. You know? That's why I don't understand when all these people in the circus get online talking about each other and who has more what and blah blah blah. All of y'all are on the same type of time. The cars are financed and the homes are rented. All of y'all. It don't matter whether you're in a house or an apartment. Everybody is renting and financing. Nobody owns anything. Chrisean don't own shit. Well, I guess really, Blueface don't own shit either. I was gonna say Blueface owns his house, but no, he doesn't, because it's not paid off and it's in foreclosure. So Blueface don't own shit. Chrisean don't own shit. Jaden don't own shit. Nobody in the circus owns anything. Carlissa don't even own shit. She don't own that house. I mean, she's paying a mortgage every month, probably, right? Unless that house she lives in too is a rental home, which I don't know. I don't know whether she has a well, hmm. I don't know if she has a mortgage or she's renting, cuz that house very much it might be a rental too. We never know. But it's still the same. Nobody owns anything. So I don't know why they ever try to act like they're better than each other in that regard. And I don't know why we're planning on giving our mom a house that we're renting, but whatever. Um, Carlissa needed Blue to save her life. I think, you know what? Carlissa, I feel that. Cuz Carlissa, she never could do what she wanted to do. Right? She wanted to be in Hollywood. She wanted to be an actress and blah blah blah, and she could never get that done. That's why she's so proud of her soul plane role. Y'all know we've talked about the soul plane role quite a few times. But that's the best she could ever do, for real. That's the best she could ever do. And then Blueface, when he, becomes a rapper and he starts making a little money and people know who he is and stuff like that. Now, Carlissa is acting like she has to share the limelight with him because she feels like if it wasn't for her, it would have never happened for him, basically. And who knows, because Carlissa might have done some shit to get him in that position. We don't know at this point. As desperate as she is to be seen, she very much so might have did some shit to get him to that point. But it's not your turn. You know what I'm saying? Like, your days have been over. Now you're 50 something. You have this bald spot in the middle of your head, but you always like to sit online and talk about all these 20-year-old women. You always want to sit up and talk about their looks, but you're not up to par. You know what I'm saying? She so desperately wants to be a part of Hollywood that she had to try to live out her dream through her son, and it's pathetic. I think that too, honestly. And this might not have been like Blueface's main goal or anything, but it may have been like a subconscious thing. As hard as Carlissa fights to try to be a part of the limelight with Blueface, I almost feel like low key is like he gave up on really trying to do something for himself because Carlissa always has to be involved, if that makes sense. Like, he can't just have his moment. Carlissa is so dead set on trying to still live that life of this person, this famous person, that she's trying to force herself into Blueface's limelight in his career. I don't know. It just it I don't understand why Carlissa feels like she just has to be a part of everything. You're never going to be in Hollywood. You never were. No matter what you do, it's not for you. That's why it never happened for you, because it's not for you. And now, according to Dre, you then resorted to selling kids to the industry just so you can feel a part of something. Carlissa is a pathetic bitch. She is. Her and Chrisean, both of them. Like, honestly, everybody in the circus is pathetic, but Chrisean and Carlissa, they're just so much alike. They're just so much alike. Just like how Carlissa uses her son to try to get her own little 5 minutes of fame or whatever, Chrisean does the same shit with Junior. Chrisean does the same shit with Junior. If it wasn't for Junior and like Chrisean was just say like Junior was born with all the same complications he has now, right? And we seen Chrisean neglecting him and things like that, right? But say he had have left this earth around the time he was like a year old or so. And so we've seen like a full year of straight up neglect, possible abuse, all that, right? But he had a transitioned, passed away, whatever you want to call it, you know, back when he was 1. Chrisean would not still be relevant for real now. There would be people following the case if she were to have gotten arrested for it or something like that. But besides that, she would not still be relevant. Junior is the star of the show with Chrisean. That's why even when Chrisean like branches out on her streaming thing and she goes and streams with other people, or it's an IRL stream or something like that, there's always a bunch of comments of people asking where Junior is, who's Junior with, blah blah blah. Nobody cares about Chrisean and what she doing like that. They want to know where Junior is at and if he's okay. That's why we got to do updates on Junior, just so we know he's still with us, basically. But Chrisean is not the star of the show. She's not. You know, her little bullshit antics and stuff like that, like pretending like she's on the phone and then the phone rings. Shit like that can be funny sometimes, yeah, but it wouldn't keep her like in the blogs the way she is. And the majority of the time now when she goes viral is for something with her son. It's not just straight up her. Junior is what's getting her the attention still. And I think I've said over here a million times, I think Chrisean is waiting on Junior to die. I do. Nobody could convince me otherwise. But I think she thinks that she's gonna get to play like, oh, woe is me, I'm so sad that my child isn't here with us anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I think she thinks that she's gonna get to ride that wave and it's gonna bring her a bunch of money and blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's gonna happen for Chrisean like that. Cause even the whole Ronnie situation, like, um, even the people that aren't like, because there's some people that follow the circus closely or whatever, like they know all the little tea that happens, whatever, right? But then, like, when you go to like one of the bigger blog pages, like Neighborhood Talk or Shade Room, It's on Site, whatever the case may be, right? Though people in those comments, usually they don't follow anything that goes on with Chrisean that closely. So every little bit of news that they get about Chrisean and Junior, it has to be from going viral on one of those bigger blog pages. So a lot of the stuff that like we know about, right? Because we follow the circus, they don't know about it. But when it comes to stuff like Ronnie and stuff like that, for the most part, it seems like everybody is on the same page that they think Chrisean did that. So imagine if something is to happen to Junior, right? Y'all think after all the rumors and her going viral for just playing in everybody's face about Junior's milestones and everything else, y'all think everybody in the comments is going to be like, "Oh, that's so sad." No, people are going to be saying that she did something to him or that she caused that. But I don't think she's banking on that for real. But I feel like that's how that's going to go. There's still going to be a lot of people that are going to, give her sympathy, of course, because some people have no type of discernment or anything else. And for some reason, they think Chrisean would never do any harm to Junior. There's still plenty of people like that. But I think for the most part, the majority is going to be that people are going to be saying that she caused that for Junior, you know? Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't Chrisean is just at this point, it's like it's so much. It's so much, especially when it comes to Junior. Y'all seen that video I did the other day when I was talking about Junior's feet or whatever. I It's like sometimes I look at Junior's feet and it's like it's like we've seen them get worse over time, and now it's to the point where like it's extremely hard to look at. Like I've never seen a toddler walking on their ankles. And you have to imagine like how painful that is if she just put her hand over it and cover it up like nothing's wrong, you know? Um, Let me read a few of y'all comments and then we're gonna get out of here. Um Wait, Woo, do you remember when her pics went viral showing her booty off? Are you talking about Neveah? Oh, Carlissa? Is that who you're talking about? I do remember when Carlissa went viral for um showing her butt or whatever. And it was around the time Blueface and Jaden got engaged, and that was a whole mess too. Sometimes I like start thinking about stuff that's happened in the past with these people, and it's just like, are you serious? Like it's just like it's not real because normal people don't act like this. They don't. And normal people don't think that this shit is funny or cute or cool or anything like that, you know? Um, Only he never got big famous, so Lord knows what he went through back then. Yeah, that's true. Because Blueface, basically, he's considered to be a one-hit wonder too. The only hit song he's ever had was Bust Down Tatiana, and that's it. It's like after that happened, the next thing he did was Blue Girls Club. Of course, he ran into Chrisean there. And then after Blue Girls Club, it was basically just the circus and him him feeling the need to put all his business online. Chrisean got to put all her business online, all that. And then that was the funny part of it. And then Junior came into the mix and it wasn't funny anymore. And a whole bunch of stuff starts getting exposed. And it, Blueface has not had like a big career at all. He hasn't. The majority of his career has just been nothing but bullshit. You know? I don't think it was in any of these people's cards to like truly be famous, cuz none of them got it the right way basically. You know? None of them got it the right way for real. That's why Carlissa don't like her. They are one and the same. Yeah, they are. And I think the only reason Carlissa gets on the internet and she acts like she don't like Chrisean is because Chrisean don't like her. And because Chrisean don't go along with her bullshit and Chrisean don't want to be friends with her or anything like that. Because if Chrisean was to get in alignment with Carlissa, right, we would see Junior even more than we do because Carlissa would be focused on exploiting Junior the same way Chrisean does. They would be a powerhouse team of exploitation if Chrisean was cool with Carlissa. Because there is literally nothing Carlissa won't do at this point. If Carlissa is exploiting Journey, if she's exploiting Journey, you know Junior would have got exploited. Junior would have been on this internet every single day. Every single day, it's a new scandal about Junior. She took a selfie of her naked behind when it got leaked. Yeah, I remember. Wonder how often she feeds him. I wouldn't be surprised if Junior's gone like a week without being fed or more before, honestly. Because if she don't feed him all day and then the only reason she does feed him is because someone has to like basically keep mentioning that he hasn't ate all day, and people in the chat on your stream are saying that he hasn't ate all day, and that's the only reason why you pour up the Nesquik for him. I highly doubt Junior is eating every day. Highly doubt it. I taught the girls to respect themselves. They got to see firsthand from their brother. You can't trap a man with a baby. That's true. You really do have to instill self-respect in these. I feel like now more than ever, you really have to drive home like the self-respect and the dignity and everything else within these young girls, because it's like as time goes on, the exact opposite is becoming like cool or something. Like now it's like the girls think it's cool to fight over men and to just completely just disrespect themselves all the time, or to put themselves in a situation where they have to try to force a man to see their value. If you have to do that, you shouldn't be with him, you know? But you really do have to, just keep pouring into him. He's a prop. Junior is definitely a prop. And it shouldn't be funny, but I love when people say that Junior is like a prop to Chrisean, or like a purse to Chrisean. I've heard that one quite a few times. And he is. She carries him around everywhere. Besides, that's it. She'll put him on the floor, even though she shouldn't. That's Junior's whole life. Junior does not have a real quality of life at all. He doesn't. All he can do is, I know some people think Junior can't hear, but I feel like he can hear. I feel like he can definitely hear. He might possibly maybe like be partially deaf, like he can't hear out of one ear, but I still think he can actually hear. But he can't see, he can't talk, he can't walk, he can't play with toys, he can't eat. Literally all he can do is just hear. And he might, we don't even know about this part. He might have a sense of smell or he might not. But like even like in the video that I played earlier when Chrisean was saying that she keeps pulling up on Blueface because she wants Junior to know his father. Junior don't even know who she is. Aside from like the sound of her voice, that's it. Like Chrisean loves trying to insert Junior into the equation when he's no part of the equation for real. That's not why she keeps pulling up on Blueface. You know? She don't care nothing. Clearly, she don't care nothing about Junior having a relationship with Blueface because Junior is never there when her and Blueface link up. Like the last time we seen Blueface around Junior was that little Catalina Island trip, like what, 2 months ago now? They've been in LA together, they've been in Miami together. Junior back in Baltimore, nowhere to be found. So how are you pulling up on Blueface to allegedly make sure that Junior knows who he is when Junior is never anywhere to be found when you're with Blueface, you know? Chrisean just be lying. Just be lying, just saying shit. Thank you, Chloe, for the 30 jewels. I appreciate it.
Cash make the coochie go woo woo.
He gonna be taller than her in a minute. Yeah, Junior is long. I know a lot of people say he's small for his age, but Junior is getting long. And Chrisean, she looked like she's starting to struggle carrying him for real. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not funny, but I just thought about like, have y'all seen that dude on TikTok where he was like basically impersonating Chrisean, but it's like with his teenage son and he's carrying his teenage son around and like he drops him and stuff like that. It's starting to get to that point with Chrisean. Like just get him a wheelchair at this point. She still got him all folded up in that infant stroller. Just get him a wheelchair. We all know he's disabled. You know he's disabled. You want to show his progress and stuff like that. Put him in a wheelchair. Because it really is starting to look so crazy to see Chrisean still carrying him around at almost 3 years old. As long as he is too. And she thinks it's normal. She thinks as long as she calls him the baby and she carries him around, people are just gonna keep looking at him like he's an infant. And unfortunately, there is some people that have been doing that, but most people aren't. Most people are not looking at Junior like he's an infant because he's not. I think that's the one that I was talking about, Kayla Rain. I think it's the same one. Possibly. Because I know this guy that I was talking about, he had a skit where he was at the park with his he was using his teenage son to do it. But like he slid down the slide all stiff and then fell off and he kept dropping him and stuff like that. But that really is what it's starting to look like with Chrisean. It really is. As long as she can call him the baby and she can get other people to call him the baby, that's what people for some reason are going to keep on seeing him like. But he is most definitely a 3-year-old toddler or about to be 3-year-old toddler. Scary to see neglect in 4K and nothing being done about it. That's true. We all just gotta watch it. And at this point, it's not even like you can avoid it. Because every time Chrisean puts Junior on stream at this point, every time we see Junior or anything like that, he's always being neglected somehow. Or she's trying to fake milestones. And it's obvious that that's not what's going on. Even like her saying, oh, I got him braces for his feet and blah, blah, blah. And one's starting to get flatter. No, they weren't. Junior's feet are worse than ever. And they don't just put braces on. At this point, Junior would need surgery for how clubbed his feet are. It's not just a simple brace at this point. It's not. Like, she's not getting him no help whatsoever. None at all. But some people like to believe. And you know what? The part that gets me too, once again, the comments. Every like month or so, right? One of Krishan's little stunts about improvement with Junior will go viral, and people will be in the comments talking about, oh, well, at least she's getting him help. You said that same thing a month or so ago, and nothing has changed with him since. She's not getting him any help. She's not getting him any help. And he's just getting worse and worse over time. He's not progressing at all. Junior is almost 3 years old and he's still behaving like a 6-month-old. There's no progression at all. None. Unfortunately, but there's none. I think it was a humiliation ritual with Junior. I think Chrisean is just that evil. I see what you're saying, though. I do see what you're saying. But I think Chrisean is just that evil. Um, yeah, I think she's just that evil. Because if you think about it, like Chrisean, after Junior was basically like low key the turning point for her. For like the first few months, right? Um there were some people that like immediately thought something was wrong with Junior, and then a lot of people it was delayed. Like they kept making excuses for her, kept making excuses for her, kept making excuses for her. Oh, nothing's wrong with Junior. He's a newborn, blah blah blah. But after a few months, people started to see that there is something wrong with Junior. And it's only become more and more and more apparent over time, just like her abuse and neglect had become more and more apparent over time, right? So she didn't gain anything because, like, I see some people say that, like, Junior was a sacrifice or whatever the case may be, right? But she hasn't gained anything from it. And usually, when you go through like a humiliation ritual or something like that, usually you gain from it. That's the only reason I don't think I don't necessarily think, me personally, I don't think it's a humiliation ritual, because her life started going downhill. I mean, it was never extremely up, but like I'll say her status in the industry, the shit that she cares about, like her status in the industry and how much people like glaze her and shit like that, and her fans and how big her fan base is, and she loves to call herself a household name and all that. All that started to go away extremely quick after Junior was born. Um, yeah. I and I think that's why she thinks too, like after Junior is gone, she's gonna be able to make a comeback for real. And I don't think it's gonna happen like that. Um, I already read this one. She can't seem to keep someone around to watch him. I feel she's the worst type of user. Yeah, nobody wants to watch Junior for too long. And I don't think it's just I think it's a mix of Krishan's behavior and how ungrateful she is, and it's also like the actual care that Junior needs. Um, because I've told y'all before, just straight up honestly, I wouldn't want anything to do with making fun, not making fun. Sorry, I just read a comment. I wouldn't want anything to do with taking care of Junior for real. And it's not because like thinking less of him or anything like that, but I don't think a lot of people like realize like everything and how many different conditions he has and how much care he would need. Like most of us by now, hopefully all of us have seen Junior's medical records, right? Junior has basically like a whole team of people that he needs around the clock care from. If he was being taken care of the way he's supposed to be. Most people are not, well, really, I'm not even gonna say most people. Nobody is able to care for Junior the way he's supposed to be cared for. No single person. Not even if, Junior, say CPS was to save Junior and he was to go to like a two-parent household or something like that. Just those two people would not be enough to like provide all the care that Junior is supposed to have and all the attention and things like that, you know? But a lot of people for some reason I still see people saying that Junior has uh what is it, crude to chat syndrome, cerebral palsy, but those aren't his diagnoses, right? So w- I just don't think most people would want to handle it for real. Not the actual care that he needs. Whoopty, did you catch in the old clip of Skunk Sean talking about unaliving the man in California? The cold case ended the charge. What case was solved that got Ronnie released? Huh? I don't think that case was ever cold. That man from that's not how that happened. Yeah, that's not how that happened cuz Ronnie, so he didn't get charged with murder. I don't think it was. I forgot what his actual charge was, but he ended up only having to do a few months, but it wasn't like another case that got him released basically. Cuz that case with the man in California, um that was the case that made Ronnie an informant too. But there wasn't like a case that got him I haven't ever heard about anything like that before. Um CR was mumbling on that stream of her getting Junior ready, telling him he did not need a babysitter and all he I heard I seen that one. I seen that one. Um I seen that clip and I left it off because I just sometimes Chrisean, she does shit and it to me it's like I don't even find it funny. It's just so weird. Like Chrisean gets to a point that she gets eerie because that's how crazy and like deranged she is. Because you can see how bad she neglects Junior, how bad she clearly doesn't want him, all that. And then oh, I'm never gonna leave you. All you need is me. And you're just getting ready to put him in the corner. As soon as you get off camera, I wouldn't be surprised if the only reason I don't think Chrisean just like straight up tosses Junior in the corner is because when she takes him out the camera, he doesn't just like start crying or anything like that. But she's definitely going to put him down somewhere to be completely unattended so that she can keep talking on stream. But then oh, all you need is me. He's not getting nothing from you though, Chrisean. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Except for the fact that he looks like Chrisean. Chrisean in his diagnosis is who Junior looks like. Mm, I'm glad she started doing them. She's on X as well. Oh, are y'all talking about me? Mm, not Junior don't like his mama. We did see Junior. We've seen Junior fight Chrisean a few times, and he likes to bite her too. He probably don't like Chrisean for real. He'll lean in for a kiss or whatever. That's sad that like the only thing Junior knows how to do is like lean in for a kiss for real. And he don't and it's even sadder that he never knows like he don't even know what the person looks like or anything else. He's just leaning in for a kiss because Chrisean is making a noise. That's weird. That's weird and it's sad. and she loves showing it on camera for some reason. Um, it was manslaughter, but in a very degree because of the self defense. They said, but he did get a good deal. Yeah, I didn't know what his actual charge was, but yeah, it was he. Wasn't it only like 4 months that he did or something like that? It wasn't a long time at all. But yeah, it that was the case that made him an informant too. But Ronnie wasn't. I don't think him and Chrisean were like working for the same agency or anything like that. I think Chrisean is a big snitch and Ronnie was like on a lower level basically. Um but yeah, there wasn't like, as far as I know, as far as to my understanding, there wasn't like another case or anything on top of it that set him free. And I don't think that other case was ever like necessarily a cold case either. I don't know about that part. I've never heard that before. Um Rock let him get so bad, but at least Tasiki would take him to the hospital. Where where is Taseki at? I haven't seen her in a minute. I haven't been paying attention. I had almost forgot she existed. Um, it seems like usually her and Krishan would have had some type of new beef or something by now. Um, he don't like her. Yes, someone before called it in the chat, but when Neveah's baby is here, it's gonna have a mental crash out. I was gonna ask y'all that before we get off live. What do y'all think Krishan has planned for the day? Solar or Junior, whatever his name is. What do y'all think she has planned for that day? Cause Krishan, she don't like to let nobody have nothing, right? And when I say no, I mean absolutely nothing. So on Blueface's birthday, she got to do something. On Jaden's birthday, she got to do something. Um, I guess this whole thing where she's sitting up on live talking about how her and Blue are planning a party for Junior. I guess that was her stunt for this year for Journey's birthday. But every year she has something. She has something every year for everybody's birthday. I know she's gonna crash out, but I want to. Taboo's supposed to be coming for a test, so I don't know. I thought she was just gonna test Blue. What? I feel like she should just test Blue first, right? And get that out the way. If he's the baby daddy, then he's the baby daddy. But testing other men and they don't even. Hmm. Y'all know I don't keep up completely with the Neveah stuff. Especially not like the extra baby daddies and stuff. Recently, I started covering Neveah more, mainly off the strength of Superior and whatever weird shit Blueface has going on with him. I started paying more attention to Blues and Neveah streams, but y'all, for the most part, for the majority of Neveah's pregnancy, I haven't been paying attention to like all the extras about different baby daddies and conception dates and stuff like that. And mainly because I don't, you know what, honestly, to be completely honest, if that isn't Blueface's baby, I literally do not care. I just it I do not care. I do not care at all. That's why I don't really understand why so many people, like especially Jaden's fans, like they have so much smoke for Neveah and they're worried about whether the baby is Blueface's or not. If Neveah ends up getting one over on Blueface, why not? Just let it happen. Y'all don't fuck with Blueface anyway, and y'all don't want Blueface. Jaden's actual fans don't even want Blueface around the kids for real. So why are y'all so concerned with whether Neveah is using Blueface or not? If she got one up on him, that's what he deserves. Straight up. I don't know. Y'all talk a lot of shit about Blueface in the comments, and then when y'all see him with Neveah, oh, she's using him. That's not right. She just wants a place to stay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let her do her thing. Let her do her thing. I don't know. I would never, if I had a homegirl and her baby daddy wasn't shit, and he wasn't acting like he cared about my little niece and nephew, and he wasn't going to see them or anything like that, and he was constantly disrespecting my homegirl and playing in my homegirl's face and doing all the extras, never once would I be concerned with whether his new bitch was playing with him or not. That would literally be what he deserved. I would not care at all. I don't know why y'all care. I'm very confused on that part. And maybe that's why I can go a little easier on Neveah in a way, because I just don't, if she is playing Blueface, oh fucking well. Oh well. He don't deserve no better than that. So why would I speak against it? Neveah could be siphoning money out of Blueface's account right now. I wouldn't give a fuck. Ball out, Neveah. Ball out. The fuck? I don't see why y'all go so hard on Blueface and then y'all turn around and talk shit about Neveah, and y'all care about whether she using him or not. Who cares? What the fuck else is he good for? He's not a good man in general. He's not a good father. He's not a good significant other. He's not a good anything. Why the fuck do y'all care if he's getting used? Just a straight up disgrace. And y'all make it y'all life mission. A lot of y'all make it y'all life mission to just bash Neveah because y'all don't like Neveah for Blueface. What the fuck does Blueface deserve for real though? If you know what? I'm gonna say a little piece for Jaden right now. If you had a woman that stayed down with you for 15 years, literally through everything, all your legal troubles, your scandals, all the cheating you've done, nobody could ever convince me that Blueface is not giving Jaden STIs and STDs, publicly embarrassing her time and time again, all that. If you had a woman that stayed down with you through everything and you still have no respect for her whatsoever, will never change for her, be better for her, anything, if another bitch comes along and uses you, does anything to harm you, anything like that, that's what you deserve. You wanted to be out in the streets chasing around bitches that don't give a fuck about you for real. So why would you deserve more than that? Why would you deserve any better than somebody that's just going to use you for money and a place to stay? Why would you deserve better than that? For real. That's just my thinking. I don't know why anybody's acting like Blue deserves any better than that, because he doesn't at all. At all. Like, I get like people think Blue is funny and whatever the case may be, but Blue is a piece of shit. So if Neveah is just playing with him and doing him dirty, oh fucking well. Oh well. Oh well. He don't deserve no better at all. She's unlikable, but if she puts him on paper for real or gets one over anyway, then that's his karma. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think anybody has to like anybody in the circus. Like, I'm not telling anybody that, like, you have to like Neveah. There's no reason you don't. My thing with Neveah is I don't get like all the extra hate. I don't at all. Like, I've seen people like, the way people talk about Nevaeh's unborn child especially. The baby ain't even here yet, and the way people talk about that little boy is crazy. The way people talk about her pregnancy is crazy. It's almost like people dehumanize Neveah at this point, and she hasn't done anything, to my knowledge, to get there, right? Like, with Chrisean, it's understandable because look what she did to her child. She has murder allegations against her, all kinds of shit. Chrisean is a demon. But Neveah, all y'all can say about Neveah is that she's gotten some abortions, you know, she's had sex with multiple rappers, and that's it. That's all y'all can say about her. There's nothing egregious about that. Nothing at all. Nobody got hurt while she was doing what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get where all the extra hate comes from, basically. Um, he wants Superior anyway. I hope Neveah puts how you did me on Blue. Yeah, I don't at this point, and I've said it before, I think Blueface is more concerned with Superior than he is with Neveah anyway. I don't I don't think Blueface is attracted to no woman for real. I think he just runs around. He has to keep this image up like he's actually attracted to women, because he's not. According to the allegations, he's not, you know. But he has to keep a facade up, you know. But I definitely do. I think he wants Superior. I don't think he wants Neveah. Rila comes. Let me take this off. Damn, where am I at? Oh, my bad. Rila comes off desperate, and she's like 32 years. She's 32. Are you serious? I thought Rila was maybe like 27, 28, maybe. But to be in your 30s and you're this what? You're this desperate to be in the circus at 32 years old? This is what I'm talking about. Rila comes off desperate, and she's like 32 years old, straight up clown already, has a kid, already a single mother, doesn't even have a career, future is not looking too bright, like no real goals. That's how all of them are, though. Nobody has no real goals. Chrisean she makes shit up as she goes. Jaden, I don't think she know what she wants to do either. She just whatever Carlissa tells her to do, basically. Neveah, she said she wants to go back to school. I don't think she said what she wants to go back to school for, or if she just I mean, if we're going to be honest about it, right? If she said she did want to go back to school, that's the most that's the best thing any of them have said about as far like when they talk about goals. That's the best thing any of them have said. Because everybody else, like Chrisean, still thinks that she's gonna just blow up and she's gonna have this major streaming career and she's gonna be a professional boxer and blah blah blah. She thinks that's gonna happen for her. Jaden, like I said, she just does whatever Carlissa tells her to do. At least Neveah, if she's saying she wants to go back to school, at least she has like a reasonable plan. You know what I'm saying? Or like a reasonable goal. Like she knows what she wants to do when it's not just being in the industry, basically, right? But yeah, Rila at 32 years old. Lord have mercy. I just don't get it. I don't. Maybe if it was like a more accomplished rapper or something like that, I would get it. The way these girls act, like y'all know, NBA YoungBoy, he has his own circus going on, basically. But that man is also a multi-millionaire. He's still one of the hottest rappers in the game, and he's been rapping for some years now. He can put some money in your pocket. He can do something for you. Even if he's gonna cheat on you, right? You still get a little something. You know, him and Yaya be going back and forth or whatever, but he can do a little something. But Blueface, literally all Blueface can do is nut in you and leave you alone. That's it. He'll pull back up. He'll pull back up, you know, once every 2 or 3 weeks to get some more coochie up off of you, and that's it. All that comes with being around Blueface is embarrassment. Secondhand embarrassment, direct embarrassment, you embarrassing yourself, Blue embarrassing you. That's all that comes with Blueface is embarrassment. Embarrassment and infections. That's that's it. That's all that comes with Blueface is embarrassment and infections. I don't know what it is. Why would you ever ever want to have a baby by this man? Why would you ever lay down with this man? Especially since he's got out of prison. Ew. Like even before, like I said before, Blueface has never not even close to my type. But after prison Blueface, you jumping at the chance to lay down with this man? No, absolutely not. Blueface not even a D-list rapper at this point. He's not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I think the rapper title, we can just completely remove that from him. I don't know what his title would be now. I guess streamer. That's all it is now, I guess. Maybe he wasn't planning on living long. I don't I think now he's not. I think at one point Blueface, I think before Blueface went to jail, he was I think he was more full of life then. Like life was just a big joke to him basically and everything was fun. And I think what aided in it like before he went to jail was that he never really had any real consequences for anything that he did. Even like legally, Blueface used to get arrested all the time, but he would never spend any time in jail for real. Maybe like overnight or 2 or 3 days or something like that. But even the whole jail thing, like I'm pretty sure Blueface thought that he was just going to get let off on probation again. I don't think he really ever planned on going to prison or anything like that. I really think that he thought he was just going to get another slap on the wrist. And then when it comes to shit like with all these women in his life, right? None of them hold him accountable for anything. And he can do whatever he wants to them. He can say whatever he wants to them and they all end up right back up under him basically. You know? He never suffered any consequences. Nothing was ever serious to him, right? And then when he went to prison and life got real and he started going through a lot and things got serious for him, um, I think now he's like giving up on life for real. Cause it just even if you look in like Blueface's eyes and you listen to some of the things he says and like how he just still it's like he came out worse than ever. And I think now it seems like he's given up on like living a long life or anything like that, right? But once again, you know, he made that bed, so he has to lay in it, you know? Um, not heifers. He only actually is bothered when people say he's a deadbeat dad, but he is though. I don't know why he's bothered by that. He is. He absolutely is. I guess. I don't and I see what you're saying because it seems I've seen that too where it seems like sometimes it bothers him when people like start talking about where he lacks as a father, but then he continues to lack as a father. Like people come at him for like being a terrible father. He responds to it, but then he just goes on to prove people's point that he's not a good father, you know? Um He likes streetwalkers and late night alley chicks. It seems like it. It seems like it. I ain't never seen Blue with nothing quality at all. Just picking some the ones that he called mid when he came home or whatever. He just picking more mid ones. Never seen him with no quality. If I was gonna be honest, I would say like Ashley is the best looking one that he's ever had. That we've seen him with, for real. I can't think of, and then like Ashley's the only one that actually had, for some reason before I say this, she's all with the industry niggas. Even though she has the education, the career, everything else, for some reason she's all with the industry dudes. I don't understand that, but she seems to be the only one that Blueface messes with that actually like has her own motion and has her own shit going on and has a good head on her shoulders. But for some reason, she's all tied up with the industry niggas. I don't understand that. Angela, hmm, it's been said that Angela is a prostitute. I don't know, and I know that she said like, well, Carlissa said that she's a dentist or whatever, but we've never seen. Have we ever seen Angela in the dentist's office? Maybe I missed something, or y'all seen something that I didn't, because I don't really be paying attention to Angela. She's another one I forgot about. I haven't seen her in a while, um, or seen anything about her in a while either. But I don't remember ever seeing Angela in a dentist's office. We were just going off Carlissa's word, basically. But I will say, to Angela's credit though, right? At least she still has her own place. She always looks clean and put together. She don't be on the internet doing too much. Um, she's not Angela is not like just straight up chasing after Blueface like that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like she's moved on with her life. So that's good for her. Or at least to us, to on the internet, it seems like she's moved on with her life. There might be something different going on between them that we don't know about, but it looks like she's moved on with her life, and that's a good thing. Um Stunna is definitely a prostitute. Um Stunna is definitely a prostitute, Cookie. That's why Carlissa, I told y'all, I want to say it was on the last live or something. I told y'all that's why Carlissa liked Stunna so much, cuz she's a prostitute. And Dre is saying Carlissa is a female pimp, a madam. She wanted to join forces with Stunna. Stunna could have probably made her a cute little coin. That's why she likes Stunna so much. Cause Stunna will tell you herself that she's a prostitute. She's been very proud of that for years. It ain't the rap that be making her all that money. It's the cooch. It's most definitely the cooch. Um, mm, yeah, I don't know where Angela is. I haven't seen her in quite some time. I feel like I want to say the last time I seen her was like around the time Blueface got out of prison, I think. Or has she made another appearance since then? That's the last like real memory I have of seeing her. But she might have been back since then. I don't know. Hopefully she done moved on and got herself a new man though, and she don't plan on, staying linked up with Blueface or anything like that. I don't know. Um that's true. She gonna tell you she's a prostitute. She has no shame in her game whatsoever. That's all. You know what? If you are something, just be proud of it. That's you. There's no need to lie about it. So if she that's good for her, that if she's a prostitute, she's not ashamed of it. Not so Surviving Carlissa would actually be an extremely interesting documentary, because Carlissa is a um undercover about her shit. Like she's very good at making people think she just don't do nothing but sit at home and watch the grandkids and talk about Blueface and all that. But if there was like an actual documentary, like a surviving Carlissa documentary, and like based off of what Dre is saying, right? Like she runs off his girlfriend, she gets him fired from jobs. Um, she's like just like if some of her victims and like people that have came into contact with Carlissa in her pursuit of trying to remove them from Dre's life. And then like if Jaden started talking and Blueface started talking, that documentary would actually go crazy for real. Like that would be something crazy to watch, to hear about like all the shit that Carlissa truly gets into when she's not sitting on live talking about Blueface. That would actually be crazy. They said Ashley is a him. That girl ain't a him. People keep saying that because of how tall Ashley is. I think Ashley said she was like 6'3" or something like that. Either 6'2" or 6'3". But she also said her dad was 6'7". You know? So but that's the only reason they keep saying she's a man is because she's tall. Oh, she is the same age as Blue. They both too old to be involved in this bullshit though. Cuz even if you think about it, Rila would be, if we're going to look at like every woman that's claiming that they have a child by Blueface or pregnant by Blueface, Rila is still the oldest one. Maybe that's why Blueface don't be fucking with her for real, because she's too old. Cause Chrisean is she 25 now or is she 26? Is Chrisean 25 or 26? I think she's 26. But she's still 3 years younger than Blueface. Jaden is younger than Blueface. Neveah is definitely younger than Blueface. Maybe he just don't want a melanated woman that's the same age as him, for real. It has to be, I don't know. Cuz that's the only one that he really don't mess with at all. He even still running back to Carlissa. Not Carlissa. Chrisean, well, might as well be Carlissa. He's still running back to Chrisean every chance he gets. So but then he wants to completely reject Rila. I don't get it. Let me read. Thank you again, Jackie, for the jewels. Blanco, Amy, Letitia, and Chloe. Let me play it again.
Cash make the coochie go woo woo.
That was it though, y'all. We're gonna get up off of here. We'll do a live tomorrow. I'll probably drop the time around noon. I want to say it's probably gonna be like the same time, but sometime between 7:30 and 8 that we'll go live. But thank y'all for pulling up. And I will see y'all on the next one. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.